United Kingdom. The UK government is set to boost funding for local government councils by £4 billion, reaching a total of £64 billion, in response to inflation-related challenges. This move follows financial strains in English cities, notably Birmingham and Nottingham, and aims to alleviate pressures on councils providing essential local services ahead of an anticipated national election next year. Vatican. In a groundbreaking decision endorsed by Pope Francis, the Vatican announced on Monday that Catholic priests are permitted to give blessings to same-sex couples, provided they are not incorporated into standard church rituals or liturgies. The Vatican's doctrinal office, reversing its 2021 stance, clarified that these blessings do not legitimize irregular situations but signify God's inclusive welcome, emphasizing they should not be conflated with the sacrament of heterosexual marriage. Germany. German farmers convened in Berlin on Monday to protest against proposed reductions in tax breaks for diesel used in agriculture, part of a government agreement to address a budget shortfall. Chancellor Olaf Scholz's three-party coalition leaders recently outlined measures to fill a €17 billion deficit in next year's budget, aiming to achieve this by trimming climate-damaging subsidies and making slight reductions in some ministries' spending, among other steps. This became necessary after Germany's highest court invalidated a previous decision to allocate €60 billion, originally intended to alleviate the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, for initiatives addressing climate change and modernizing the country. Mexico. Mexican authorities reported a deadly attack at a holiday party in the central state of Guanajuato, resulting in the killing of a dozen people. The incident occurred in the town of Salvatierra during the early hours, where an armed group fired upon attendees at a posada, a traditional Christmas party, as the state grapples with rising violence linked to conflicts between powerful drug trafficking groups. California. U.S. Customs and Border Protection made a significant drug seizure in Southern California last week, uncovering over 3,000 pounds of methamphetamine and cocaine valued at over $10 million. The narcotics were cleverly concealed within a shipment declared as jalapeno paste by a 28-year-old driver with a legitimate border crossing card, leading authorities to conduct an additional thorough inspection based on a K-9 unit's alert. Argentina, Uruguay. The death toll from a severe electrical storm that struck Argentina and Uruguay has climbed to 16. In Argentina, 14 people lost their lives, including one struck by a falling tree branch, while 2 fatalities occurred in Uruguay due to strong winds, causing widespread damage in the region. South Africa. Impala Platinum Group announced on Monday that operations came to a standstill at its recently acquired Bafokeng Rasimone platinum mine due to an underground protest by over 2,000 workers, demanding unspecified changes. The protest, initiated on Monday morning, led to around 2,205 employees remaining underground, with the motivations and demands of the demonstration yet to be determined, according to Impala's statement. Guinea. An explosion and subsequent inferno at Guinea's primary fuel depot in Conakry resulted in at least 11 fatalities and over 80 people critically injured, with the death toll expected to increase. The incident occurred at the Guinean Petroleum Company depot, causing extensive damage in Conakry's Colombe administrative district, where numerous government offices are located. The cause of the explosion, which occurred at the depot responsible for supplying a significant portion of Guinea's fuel, remains unclear. The depot was in the process of being relocated to a remote site to prevent such disasters. Singapore. On Monday, December 18, a man who ran a red light at Punggol and collided with a teenager crossing the road, leading to the teenager's death, was sentenced to 2 years in jail and a 10-year driving ban. Farhan Akil Muhammad Amran, 25, pleaded guilty to a single charge of dangerous driving causing death. The incident occurred on October 10, 2022, as the 14-year-old victim was heading home from school during the examination period, which resulted in shorter school hours. Malaysia. On Monday, in the Malaysian state of Perak, a deputy superintendent, DSP, police officer, Mohd Nazri Abdul Razak, aged 44, was charged with the murder of a secondary school boy who died in a suspected hit-and-run accident last Friday. The victim, Mohammad Zaharif Effendi Mud Zamri, 17, lost his life when his motorcycle was hit by a car allegedly driven by Mohd Nasri near Jadi Secondary School. The accused did not enter a plea, and the case was referred to the High Court. If convicted under Section 302 of the Penal Code, Mohd Nasri could face the death sentence or imprisonment of 30 to 40 years, along with a minimum of 12 strokes of the cane. Thailand. On Saturday evening, Thai soldiers engaged in a shootout with suspected drug smugglers in a remote northern district near the Myanmar border, resulting in the deaths of 15 individuals, as reported by an army official on Monday. Following the confrontation, authorities discovered 17 bags containing over 2 million amphetamine tablets. The anonymous army official mentioned that they are yet to confirm whether all 15 individuals were Thai. Myanmar, a major producer of illegal amphetamines, has faced turmoil since a military coup in February 2021, contributing to a surge in synthetic drug production in troubled Shan state before the political upheaval. Australia. In the aftermath of former tropical cyclone Jasper, heavy rainfall triggered widespread flooding in Australia's northeast along the Great Barrier Reef, disrupting access to several tourist-popular towns. The deluge, dumping months' worth of rain in Queensland, forced evacuations and prompted dramatic rescues as rivers surged. Premier Stephen Miles described it as one of the worst natural disasters, emphasising challenges in delivering aid due to ongoing rainfall. Jasper, now a tropical low, wreaked havoc across the state last week, causing flight cancellations at Cairns Airport and surpassing December's average rainfall fourfold in some areas.